Hi Aries rising, it's your girl Intuitively D, and this is your Virgo sleep season / Virgo and Mercury Retrograde and Virgo video. So we know that this is happening in your 6th house. Virgo is the ruler of the 6th house, to be of service, health, fitness, routines, your daily schedule. And so I'm not going to really dabble on the actual season, but more so retrograde. This gives you an opportunity to revise, review, redo your daily schedule that brings some balance into your daily life. I don't know what that's looking like for you, but because I pulled the Temperance card, which is like the perfect card for this, because Temperance in the upright means you balance. Maybe you have balance, and so this doesn't apply, but maybe you've been out of balance. You've been in overdrive. You've been just going. And so maybe there's a lack of self-care, prioritization. That's probably not even a word. There's been a lack of taking care of yourself. Maybe work has been crazy. Maybe your coworkers have been crazy, but there's something about this Mercury retrograde that's telling you to slow down and really do that work-life balance thing to bring you back to yourself. So I hope this has been helpful. Happy Mercury retrograde in Virgo season. I am struggling like a motherfucker. This is for Taurus rising. I'm your girl Intuitively D. This is happening in your 5th house, that house of self-expression, creativity, dating, romance, also the house of children. So we're in Virgo season, but we're also having, while the sun is there, Mercury is there as well, going, stationed in retrograde. This is a time for you to review, revise, redo things in relation to your dating life, and you want to ground it out. You're a Taurus, so you do know about earth energy. But this is time to see what can be stable, what can be everlasting, long lasting when it comes to self-expression, your dating life, and maybe even dealing with your children. And I'm saying this because you got the World, her boobs are out, the World card, which means you've completed this cycle, or you have completed what you're gonna do with that project. And so maybe now it's time to go back and be like, okay, well, I could tweak this a little bit. I can tweak this a little bit. It could even be like, I'm done with dealing with people who are like this. I'm over it. So now this is what I want in my life. This is the standard for dating. This is the standard for romance. So it's about you have completed some stuff. How can you now move forward into that new life? I hope this has been helpful. See you next time. Hi, Gemini rising. It's your girl Intuitively D. This is your Virgo season Mercury retrograde video. This is happening in your 4th house. You know Mercury also well because you are also ruled by it. You and Virgo share the same ruling planet. Holy shit. This is in your 4th house. This is a great time to review, revise, and maybe even slow down if you've been doing things around the house. If you have been thinking about having conversations with family members and you're like, I don't think this is the right time now. There could be some miscommunication. And you want it to be grounded. So if you have a bunch of ideas going on, this is a time for you to try to ground down in that energy. Maybe sit in some grass and really just be getting out of that brain. This is a time for you to maybe review, revise family traditions, where you live. Maybe it's not exactly the time to move, but where you want to move. This can also be, So, and it's very interesting because I got the Hierophant in reverse for you. In the upright, it's all about education, learning, marriage, religion, tradition. When it's in the reverse, it's maybe you're breaking away from family values. Maybe you're breaking away from family traditions. Maybe there is, you're breaking up with your therapist because they're giving you really piss poor advice about your family, something like that. But there's a breakdown of community. Hi, Cancer risings. This is your girl Intuitively D, and this is your Mercury retrograde Virgo season video. This is happening in your 3rd house, the house of communication, the house of publishing, speaking, short distance travel, and Mercury is the ruler of the 3rd house. So this might be a very active time for you, and an active time meaning you want to redo, revise, review, and maybe slow down when it comes to like publishing, public speaking, maybe your travel, ideas for travel. You need to tweak those a little bit. So don't necessarily book the trip. Just keep watching prices. This can also be just communication with people, your neighbors. Maybe something is going wonky. Maybe you need to take a step back and think about how you're actually communicating with them. This can also be, it left my brain, so I'm not even going to say it. But what I find very interesting is that I got the Queen of Pentacles for you. So if you are in publishing, if this is about a speaking engagement that's bringing you some money, if it's about stability, money making stability, because it is Virgo and she's a pentacle, she's an earth sign, maybe it's time for you to review, revise those things. And so when Mercury retrograde is over, you can put that product out and get this money. I like it. I like it. Hi, Leo risings. This is your girl Intuitively D. This is your Mercury in retrograde video, also your Virgo season video, but really Mercury in retrograde. They're in the same place, honestly. It's in our second house, the house of spending money, how we make money, the material world, how we invest our money, but also the house of self-worth, your self-esteem, the value you play, second house, okay? Here's the thing. Maybe we need to slow down and review, revise, redo the way we're thinking about making extra income, making money, how we're viewing ourselves, what lens are we using to view ourselves. And so this is a time for you to really like dig deeply, go inward. Virgo, go inwards, the Hermit card, and see like, hey, I've been trying to put this product out or really trying to get this business off the ground, and it's just not working. And that's okay. Maybe you just need to like take a step back and see how you can tweak it to make it to make it pop off after Mercury retrograde is done, okay? And I'm saying this because we got the 9 of Cups in the upright. Get it, us. Go, us. It is about wishes fulfilled, and I am getting a tingle all over because I'm also a Leo rising, and I rarely pull cards. But this is about, like, your dreams are going to come true. You just have to be patient. It is there on the horizon. Hi, Virgo rising. It's your girl Intuitively D, and this video is you, right? It's your season, and this is a very brief Mercury retrograde in Virgo season video. This is happening in your first house, the house of self, the house of you. It is about you wanting to shine during your season, but maybe because Mercury is going retrograde and Mercury is your ruling planet, it is about slowing down and really figuring out how you want to show up this fall season. It's about, do you want to look like this? Do you want to work like that? Do you want to smell like this? How do you want to present yourself out in the world? And that can be like, for Virgo, you could probably be overthinking it, but don't overthink it. Lean into your intuition because you guys are highly intuitive. Your sister sign is Pisces. Like, y'all have some of the same characteristics that magic you can do. What's funny is the card that came out for you was your card, the Hermit, in reverse. So maybe it's time to not be so inward. Maybe you need to speak to some people about like, hey, I've been thinking about this. What do you think about this? Maybe it's time to start shining and not just being isolated and introverted. Maybe you just need to get out there, but with the select few, like your trusted people, and really like ask them how they can help. Sometimes you coming into your authentic self is asking for support. I know you hate to hear it, but come on. Alrighty. I hope this. Hi, Libra rising. This is your Mercury retrograde video. It's in Libra. No, it's in Virgo. It's also Virgo season. So the Sun and Mercury are in your 12th house, and that can be quite exhausting, honestly. Maybe you have not been sleeping well since we transitioned into Virgo season, and maybe your brain, your subconscious, all of that is just like going wild right now. I'm here to tell you it's time to really slow down, review, revise how you're taking care of yourself, how you're taking care of your mental health. Maybe this is like, is your spiritual practice really benefiting you holistically. Is it helping you sleep? Is it helping your self-esteem? Is it helping you feel like yourself? Is it helping you heal past traumas? If that's not happening, this is a time to just like revise what you want that spiritual life to look like, okay? And maybe the spiritual practice needs to be like a little more grounded and less logical because Virgo season. But the card that you got is the Seven of Wands, and the phrase that I got when it came was like, I'm doing it, right? Perseverance, a challenge, overcoming the challenge. You're at the top of the hill. You can see you've diligently worked hard for this. So keep it going, but maybe slow down and be nice to yourself because you will reach the mountaintop. You will be here. Hi, Scorpio and Scorpio risings, my favorite zodiac sign. Here we go. This is your Mercury in retrograde / Virgo season because the sun is in Virgo, Mercury is in Virgo, it's going retrograde, and this is happening in your 11th house. This is happening in the house of friendships, hopes, dreams, and like social networking and also like social media. And Mercury is also the ruler of the 11th house. So this could be a time where you really realize who your friends are, who your network is, and maybe it's like a aha moment and you're like, oh my God, these people ain't really about it. And now I need to like really like look for a community or look for people and look for a different network. And that's okay. You have time to just like revise, maybe write a list of like the qualities you want in friends or a new network that aligns to who you are at right now, because things have changed dramatically in the last 18 months for you all. And the card that I got was Justice. So maybe you need to align with people who are about like equity and like just righteousness. And I'm not saying this as from a high horse, but people are just aligned with you and they bring balance to who you are. This could be a court case, but I don't think it's a court case. So yeah, find people here. Sagittarius risings. This is your girl Intuitively D. This is your Virgo / Mercury retrograde in Virgo video. This is happening in your 10th house, the 10th house of legacy, your public image, your reputation out in the world, and also your career. You know, hopefully you are finding stability in your work life right now because things can be kind of wonky. But maybe there is this bubbling up feeling of maybe this is not. Maybe you want to look for, maybe you're feeling like this is not what you want to do. You want to be more in a service kind of area. So let's take this season to really say like, okay, what are my truths? What do I really want to do? You might be reviewing the career that you thought you were going to have for the rest of your life, right? So it's a time to maybe look at that again. And what's funny is that I got the Knight of Rods, which is the Knight of Wands. And this is about like traveling in progress, right? It's about like new ideas, moving forward. And sometimes it's hard for us to move forward if it's something very different. And so for Sagittarius, because you guys like to travel and you like learning new things, maybe you're realizing about yourself right now, it's like the career that you want has to be of service to people. Of service. And that's going to change your public image, right? Because maybe you did something else for Hi Capricorn risings. It's your girl Intuitively D, and I'm here for your Virgo season / Mercury retrograde in Virgo video. So the sun and Mercury going retrograde is in your 9th house, the house of travel, the house of higher knowledge, the house of faith. And so this might be a time where you are revising travel plans, especially travel plans, not short distance, but long distance travel plans. This might be a time where you're revising higher knowledge courses. Like you're like, oh, I want to dive into yoga teacher training, or I want to do this. And you're like, is that what I really want to do? So or this program is this much money and this program is this much money. So you're really trying to figure that out. This could also be legal cases as well. So you might be in like some kind of legal case and like you're not getting the answers as quick as possible. Like just be patient for that. I know saying that to the Capricorn is like stupid. But I'm saying this because the card that I got was the 8 of Wands, meaning quick communication. sometimes we just have to kind of be patient and the communication comes through. So if you've been waiting for communication on a legal case, communication from a school or like a course that you're taking, you're like, send me how much it's gonna cost so I can like compare and contrast. Communication will come in. If you've been looking like friends, you want to travel long term. Like Aquarius rising, it's your girl Intuitively D, and I'm here with your Virgo season / Mercury retrograde. That's in Virgo mini video. So here it is. It's in your 8th house, that house of intimacy, shared resources, shared finances, also inheritances, and taxes. So with the sun being there and Mercury going retrograde, it is illuminating maybe some imbalances or some things that we need to review, revise, redo in regards to our intimate partnerships, our intimate relationships, maybe who we share finances with. That could be with a bank. It could be a loan. So like maybe they're charging you 5,000% interest and you're like, absolutely not. You got to consolidate or something like that. So it's bringing this awareness to this house. Maybe it is intimate partnerships and you're like, I don't know, like we're not vibing the way I want to be vibing, but also like bringing some grounded energy into that area of your life. The card that I got for you is the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, and that kind of indicates there's something that's just like out of balance in the 8th house, whether it be like your shared resources, maybe your taxes, maybe you thought you were going to get an inheritance and it hasn't come through, but you already spent that fucking money, right? Or with a partnership and there's something that's just messy kind of with it. And so you have to have a conversation, maybe even seeing if this is for you, okay? Pisces rising, this is your Virgo season / Mercury retrograde in Virgo video. I'm Intuitively D. This is happening in your 7th house. This is your sister sign. I know y'all think y'all have nothing in common, but okay. This is a time for you to review, revise your partnerships. That it's in the 7th house. I'm sorry, I think I might have said that. 7th house of like marriage, partnerships with contracts. So also it could be business partnerships as well. This is a time to see if those things are in alignment with who you are. Is it grounded? Is it nurturing? And if it's not, because it's Virgo season, we want things to be grounded. We want them to be nurturing. If it's not, it's time to review, revise, redo those relationships, those partnerships. And I know that's sometimes a struggle, but like you need to do it, because the card that I got for you is the Devil card, which means there's some type of like toxic ass bullshit going on in that like partnership. I don't care if this is a business partnership. I don't care if it's like your marriage partnership. There is something that is just keeping you in bondage. It is not great. You need to sit down and figure it out and see if it's worth keeping or like all the way leaving. Okay, I hope this has been helpful.